It's been a rough week. 7 days ago, we had the biggest mass shooting in America's history, and I think that we can all agree that something needs to change. Now, I've heard two sides of the argument. The first being, we've got to ban guns. Guns have been used in every mass shooting we've ever had. I've also heard that we've got to ban Muslims. All Muslims are ruthless, soulless terrorists, and they have been involved in 2 of the 133 mass shootings this year. We have got to ban them. You know, I've thought long and hard about this, and it's clear that something has to change. I think that I've found a way for everyone to keep their guns, for Muslims to stay in the United States, for my gay friends and family not to be senselessly murdered, and for us to avoid any more mass shootings in the United States. Now, I'm no Nobel Peace Prize winner yet, or big government decision maker, but I've looked at the facts and I've looked at the statistics, and I think I found a pretty solid solution. Ban men. Ban men. Ban men. Okay, I know that this sounds sort of crazy, but so did banning an entire religious population, and half of you guys got on that bandwagon, so hear me out. I've heard a bunch of people saying that there is a trend of mass murders perpetrated by Muslims. I mean, there was San Bernardino, there was Orlando, there was that shooting in Florida, that shooting in California. Okay, well, there have been 2, and 2 is more than 1, and 2 means that there's a pattern. I mean, 2 shootings by radical Muslims? What? That's got to be like 80% of our shootings this year. It's 1.5. Okay, 1.5 of our shootings this year have been perpetrated by radical. San Bernardino was last year? Damn it. Okay, well, less than 1% of mass shootings this year have been perpetrated by radical Muslims, and that is a number I will not stand for. So, obviously, there's an issue with Muslims here, right? I mean, we have got to ban them. And not just the ones with assault rifles and histories of violence, not just the ones with ties to terrorist organizations. I'm talking all of them. But see, then I got confused when I heard the other side say that between 2005 and 2015, 71 people were killed by acts of terror on U.S. soil, compared to 301,797 people killed by gun violence. That's pretty bad. So that means that the problem's not Muslims, it's gun control? Then I had someone tell me that in 2015, on average, 1 toddler a week killed a person with a firearm. Now, I'm still waiting for my guy to get back to me with the stats, but he said it's pretty safe for me to assume that not all 52 of them were radical Muslims. And then I said, okay, well, now you're making it sound like every Tom, Dick, and Harry has a gun. I mean, that just can't be true, right? And then they said that I was basically pretty wrong again. Our law enforcement and military have 4 million guns compared to the 310 million held by civilians. Now, again, I'm no politician, but that just doesn't really seem like great planning for a government hoping to hold the peace during a potential zombie apocalypse, don't you think? Okay, so every Tom, Dick, and Harry has a gun. I mean, some of them have to be using them against the bad guys, right? And again, they said I was basically wrong. In the past 33 years, 0 mass murders have been stopped by an armed civilian. So then I was like, what the fuck are all these people using these guns for? And if you say hunting, you know you can pick up enough meat to feed your family for 60 years from like 1 Costco trip, right? Now, I know the majority of these guns aren't being used to protect my gay friends, or my black friends, or any other marginalized group of my friends. So then I thought, maybe they're protecting me? I mean, I hear guys all the time say that they keep a gun in the house to keep their wives safe. I mean, it kind of makes sense. I'm a girl, I'm weak, and I'm feeble, and sometimes the size of my enormous breasts prevent me from making rational decisions, like fighting armed robbers or challenging men to old Western duels on my lunch break. So maybe these guys carrying these 310 million guns are really there to protect me, right? Again, much to my surprise, I was wrong. According to Mother Jones, a boss-ass website you should check out that is not paying me, in 2013, women were 5 times more likely to be murdered by ex-boyfriends, husbands, or partners than they were by random males. A woman's chance of being murdered by her abuser increases 5 times if he has access to a gun. So guns aren't protecting me? Bummer. Anyway, back to the Muslims. The other side had me pretty convinced that radical Muslims were our problem, especially the baby ones. But then once I had all these statistics and numbers and facts in front of me, I wasn't so sure anymore. I mean, come on, are we really sure it's not the radical Muslims who are behind all this? There must be a common thread here, right? If I can't ban guns and I can't ban Muslims, what can I ban? And that's when the answer to all of our country's problems dawned on me. Ban men. In all 133 mass shootings this year, I could not find 1 single female shooter. According to Time, 98% of shooters are male. That blows the less than 1% of Muslim shooters this year out of the water. It turns out that my radical Muslim-hating friends were right. Guns don't kill people. Men kill people. So the answer isn't to ban Muslims or ban guns. I mean, the statistics don't lie. Women, Muslims, and guns are more than welcome here in the good old US of A. It's men we need laws against. I'm Taylor Hamm, and you're welcome.